Okay, is everything coming through? Let me check here. YouTube says it is, but let me just check on my monitor if my microphone is working and if you can hear me correctly. Never hurts to check those technical things. Okay. Yes, it is working. Everything is in place. Hello, fellas. How are you all doing? I hope you are all doing nice, doing well. We had here Octavian, Miguel, Evil Leo was here earlier. Hello, Evil Leo. And we got here right now Uncle Leo and Laser Coat. André also came by to say hi. Hello there, Oitu. Hello, Migatuga. How are you doing, my friends? It is again another pleasure to do a live stream for you fellas, and we will be playing today on the Miami server, so feel free to join, even if you are from outside of the US, such as myself. I'm from Brazil, for those unaware, so I'll be playing with a bit of latency, but feel free to join. It will be a lot of fun. You know, we are on the Miami server. This is the IP. It's also on stream description. So yeah, I hope you are all doing well. And what about Screen Fortress? How's everyone's experience with the Halloween maps currently? I'm actually waiting for the Mara's missions to activate. I imagine they will do so in the next couple of days. I hope so. So I'm waiting for them. I haven't played Halloween maps on casual yet. So, you know, let's play together on the Miami server today. And I'd like to start stream first thanking everyone who has been supporting my channel in the last month directly. You know, I try to do this public thanks once every month. So this is for I think September and part of October now. It's already October 3rd. So I have to thank, let me enable here. Here, there it is. I have to thank my channel members. You can see them up here, you see, which really help us keep our project going, especially to pay the costs for our international servers. We currently have a Miami, a London, an Australia, and a Singapore server outside of South America. So thank you very much. It is mostly because of these people here that we can afford those servers for everyone to play on. And Uncle Leo saying, already played all maps. I'm losing my mind in waiting for contracts. Yeah, you know, I really... I'm saving, you know, Uncle Leo, my excitement for when the missions, the contracts get enabled. Because then I'll play those maps to get the rewards. I usually do that on Screen Fortress. And because I noticed that Meta's missions aren't enabled yet, I didn't play yet. So I'm waiting on that. Hey, hello there, Trolleyfish. Glad to have you here, my friend. Very nice. I'm Laser Coat is from Germany and doesn't really like Screen Fortress. And your name is Super Danny K in game. Okay, I'll pay attention to that when you get to play together. You know, I like Screen Fortress. Screen Fortress is fun. It's not my favorite time of year on TF2. I prefer Xmismas. But because usually on Xmismas I'm in vacation, so I get to enjoy the game more. But I appreciate Screen Fortress. It is fun. It is a good time in TF2 for sure. But yeah, getting back to what I was saying, I really have to thank my channel members here on Old School TF2 for helping me pay the costs for our international servers so everyone can play. And I really appreciate that. So thank you very much, Uncle Leo, Gillian Philippe, Mystery Hat, Clocks, and Evil Leo YouTube. You fellas are really helping me out here, and I hope I can count with your support in the long term. It would be nice to be able to open more servers in the future. And if you appreciate my work, if you enjoy what I do here, consider becoming a channel member. The memberships are very affordable. I think there's one for the lowest payment tier here on YouTube that's something like $2. I think that's close to it, you know, the lowest tier. And you get access to my videos early on and some other perks if you decide to become a more tiered member. So it is a good deal, I imagine. So yeah. Hey, Cartola, glad to have you here, Cartola. Nice. I'm Lasercoat saying he can't select a team. Lasercoat, open console and type in retry. Usually when you can't select a team, it's because your connection has bugged somehow and you have to retry joining the server. So you can do that easily by typing retry on the developer console and then hitting enter to submit the command. Try that and see if it works. And I also have to thank everyone who sent me super chats here on streams, because those also help a lot. If you can't become a channel member, consider sending a super chat, you know, from time to time, because that also helps significantly, and it is a huge support, you know, towards our server costs. It really helps, you know, it's what I mean to say. So thank you very much, Robin Sniper, Uncle Leo, Gillian Philippe, and Cool SS. Those are the good fellas who have sent super chats in the last months, and I appreciate you a lot. So thank you very much for the continued support, everyone, channel members and fellas who sent super chats. I really appreciate that. So with that said, let's go play some TF2, and we are here on the Miami server with Leugin, Sotnas, Firefly, with here Laser Cult, Super Danny K, and Uncle Leo. That's not how you use a broom, Uncle Leo. What are you doing? That's not how you use a broom, Uncle Leo. at least you see there's a lot of dust around him, so it makes sense. Yeah. And we also have here Trolleyfish and Uncle Leo with me on the team. So that's very nice. Hey, hello, Javi. How are you doing? I'm glad to have you here, my friend. Nice. Just came to say hello, cause gotta go in some minutes. It's okay. I appreciate you passing by to say hello, Hobby. Really nice. GBR asking if we will play on Halloween maps. Let's do that. Let me set up a vote here to change the map. Sunshine event. That's a good one in my opinion. So let's see if fellas want to play there. I think they will. Hey Khaled, glad to have you here, Khaled. And I'm actually supposed to be using an unusual scattergun, as you can see here. It got gifted to me by a supporter on my Brazilian channel. Myron gave me, and it's starting to rain a huge storm here in Brazil. If you hear thunder noises, that's why. But Myron gifted me that unusual scattergun, and I will start playing with it today. Now, so that's very nice. I was very surprised by that. It looks nice. Hey, Uncle Leo, thank you for the super chat, my friend. Thank you for the 100 Czech crowns. For those who don't know, Professor had birthday this Friday, so let us all congratulate him and wish him lots of good health, luck, love, and success. Our dear Professor indeed aged like good wine. Thanks a lot, Uncle Leo. You're very kind to me, my friend. Thank you for your support and for the happy birthday wishes. And I'm really aging. I'm already 31 years old, and I think for TF2 YouTuber standards, that's probably pretty old. You know, I think probably only Big Joey and Zesty Jesus are as old as I am, or perhaps they're younger than I am. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Another one I think is close to my age is that guy who is called that Cosmic Afro. I think that's his name. I imagine he's also in his 30s, but I'm not sure really. So thank you very much, my friend Uncle Leo. I'm getting old, that's for sure. You know, that's not a bad thing. A lot of people are kind of scared of getting old and think that, you know, getting a larger age number is a bad thing, but I don't think so. I think getting old is a privilege. I really appreciate it, and I think I get more experienced as time goes on. You know, I'm wiser than I was 10 years ago, and that's a very good thing, I believe. So thank you very much. What else are you saying there, fellas? Let me check chat here for a change, because I don't want to miss your messages. Come on, work, Raspberry Pi. Okay, now it is working, nice. Cartola was asking my opinion about Fortnite. I don't have a particular opinion on Fortnite, Cartola. I've never played it, so I don't really know what to say about Fortnite, you know. Seems like a fun game, to be honest. It doesn't look bad. Hey, thanks very much, Khaled, Mr. Game, White Run, Alexi, Cartola. Thanks, fellas. I really appreciate the happy birthday wishes, you know. You fellas are awesome. You rock. So yeah, my keyboard stopped working here. The keyboard I'm using to control my Raspberry Pi, this one. So I'll try to manage with the touch screen here on, on the window I used to read chat. Please forgive me if I miss any messages. I can still see them and I can still control the scrolling of the window. It's just that it isn't that practical, considering I can't do that with the arrow keys on my keyboard anymore. So I'll try to pay attention to what you fellas are saying. Hey, gentleman, thank you very much. This medic here is not paying attention. What's going on, Mr. Medic? Okay. I got Firefly there. He thought he was safe, but he wasn't in the end. Let's see if I can circle this soldier around. He's going to... Oh no! Okay. Leogin's softness didn't kill me. I think it's probably the latency. If he were playing closer to me, because he's from Europe, he would have gotten me there. So yeah. Hey, Khaled managed to join the server. Nice. I'm glad to have you here, Khaled, as well. Pretty nice. And come play with us, fellas. It's a lot of fun here. And the Miami server, I think, is a good middle ground for people all around the world, you know. I'm from Brazil, for example, and I have 100-something ping. And Uncle Leo is from Europe, he has 100-something as well. So we'll play mostly with the same ping. And that way no one gets, you know, handicapped in that matter. Only your last grape here has under 100 ping. So he has the advantage. Let's see if we can get in there. Firefly now is healing me here. My friend Firefly. Let's see if we can push the enemy team. They have a heavy now. Okay, I have to be careful. Because even being healed like that, it's not a good spot to be, you know, to be in front of a heavy. Okay, now it is. Because I have crits. Okay. I really like these pumpkins from Screen Fortress. Especially on my servers, because my servers don't have random crits enabled. So the only way you can actually get crits, and I'm gonna die, on my servers, is with these pumpkin bombs, you know, and with items and weapons that give you crits, like the crit screen. If you ask me, I'd say that Valve should make these pumpkin bombs, not the pumpkin bombs, but the crit pumpkins. I think they're called Crumpkins. I think that's the name. I really think that Valve should make them a consistent item in the game, you know, that we get not only on Screen Fortress. And after that, he's using the Natasha, your last grape. Damn, I'm gonna have a hard time fighting your last grape here. But I really think it would be fun to have a mechanic like that in the game, you know, throughout the whole year. And then perhaps disable random crits, so crits are not random anymore. No, the pumpkin spawning is kinda random, but you have to pick it up, that's what I mean. So you have to do something to earn those crits. And sometimes it happens that you kill an enemy and they drop the pumpkin, but the enemy ends up getting it, you know. So it isn't something that you get for free or that isn't consequential at all. It took me a while to shoot him there. Come on. Let's see if I can help my teammate here. Okay, got Trolleyfish there. Okay, we have to play around this heavy here. He got the pumpkin. But yeah, I think that's a better mechanic than random crits. That's what I mean to say. What do you think, fellas? Would you prefer if instead of random crits we had these Crumpkins all year long? I think it would be fine, you know, it would be fun. What do you think? Let me know. Perhaps that's a bad idea, I don't know. So yeah. Laser Code saying there, I'm building on last because I expect to be stomped. But it doesn't seem so, you know. I think my team's having a harder time now, Laser Coat. Yes, you are on the other team there. Come on, how the scout manages to always kill my medic? I'm not paying attention. I'm a bad pocket Firefly, I'm sorry. But yeah, it seems my team's having a harder time here. It looks so. Let's see if I can come here to contest the point. Perhaps to force them to come back here. Ah, they're going to win. Come on, let me cap. Okay, I capped. Nice. Let's go to the middle point now. So yeah. Cartola is singing a song there. I don't know what song is that, Cartola. Not sure. Hi, Migatuga saying happy birthday. Thank you very much, Migatuga. Really appreciate that. I think I've received your email. It's just that it takes me some time for me to be able to check all emails, you know. So if I haven't replied yet, that's why. Come on, team, defend the middle point. If I manage to backcap this all by myself, it will be quite interesting. Come on, let me backcap. He's chasing me? No. Okay. Okay, we managed to cap that. Yeah, thanks a lot, Uncle Leo. Nice. We won the round all by ourselves. Come on, blue team. You could have avoided that. Come on. Teamwork. Yeah, that's very nice. I think we're going to Millstone right now. Yes. Another nice Halloween map. So yeah, fellas. I'm one of those guys who actually enjoys random crits, you know. So that's why I'm talking about that mechanic as if it was something fun. But I know a lot of people can't stand random crits. But I actually think they're funny. Both when you get a random crit and you kill somebody with it, and also when you get killed by one, you know. I'm not triggered by that, actually. And Cartola saying it is a song from Guardians of the Galaxy. Ah, nice. I'm not really, you know, very versed in music. I mostly listen to video game soundtracks and that's it. So yeah. But Guardians of the Galaxy has a very nice soundtrack, that's for sure. Laser Coat saying, I knew we would be stomped. Yeah, perhaps you should have kept that sentry on last, Laser Coat. I would not have been able to do that if that sentry was on last, that's for sure. So yeah. And Hobby Sniper is gonna stay here for some more minutes. Nice. I'm doing pretty well, Hobby Sniper. A bit tired because of work, you know. My students are on test week, so I have to grade their tests, and for a teacher it's never a good time whenever you have to grade tests. I really hate that. But other than that, it's okay, you know. The situation here in Brazil is pretty bad, but that's nothing new really. Oh no, I want to play Millstone for a while. Millstone is a nice map. So yeah. I could, you know, complain about how things are here in Brazil. We have I don't know how to say that in English, but it is a hydrical crisis. You know, there's a good chance we'll get out of water and electric energy here in Brazil because our power plants are hydroelectric. They make power with the force of water. And we have other alternatives, but they are not enough to keep the country running for long. Let's see if I can get someone here. So we are currently in Brazil with that perspective, you know, of getting out of water and of electric power. And it's not not a fun thing to have in the horizon for your country, so. But other than that, I myself am okay, you know. COVID is still pretty bad here in Brazil as well, so, you know, everything here in Brazil is pretty bad always. At least in the last, 6 years, I imagine. But it's gotten worse, you know, in the last 2 years. or something. So yeah. But I myself am fine, Hobby. I imagine you can relate because you're also from South America, and usually South American countries are always in crisis for whatever reason. I don't really get why. But yeah. And I'm dead. I got a subscriber from Peru commenting the other day the same thing, you know, how South American countries are always in crisis, and I could really relate to his suffering there. So yeah. Hey Simon, hello! Syriamon's here, how are you doing, Simon? Glad to have you here on stream. Brazil government sucks, I heard. Yeah, it sucks pretty hard, Simon. Perhaps next year we'll have a chance, because next year is election year here in Brazil to choose our next president. And perhaps the people will make a better choice, you know, next year. But I'm not really, I'm not holding my hopes up too much. So yeah, it sucks. But we are together here having fun, that's what matters. You know, I really don't have much reason to complain because I'm actually quite privileged in my country. I wish everyone could afford, you know, what I can afford. So that's kinda sad actually. But I'm glad to have you here, Simon. Pretty nice. By the way, you radiate that energy. I think it's probably the mustache. and as I was saying earlier on stream, last Friday was my birthday, and I'm already 31 years old. So I think I think by TF2 YouTuber standards, I'm already, you know, an old geezer, I imagine. So yeah, that's probably why I have the dead energy. Pretty nice. I appreciate that, Simon. That was a nice compliment. Really liked it. That energy is a good thing to have. So yeah. What else are you saying there? Hobby saying you stayed up pretty late at night doing your animations, Hobby. That's nice. Pretty nice. And thanks for wishing me luck, my friend. Hobby's from Argentina, by the way, for those of you unaware. Here in Argentina, everything's bad too. Our countries have something in common, yeah. As I was saying, I think every South American country, you know, has that in common. That everything's bad always. Kind of depressing. It didn't have to be this way, you know, but let's hope for a better future someday, you know. Perhaps. In the next 50 years, this will change, I don't know. Kinda depressing. So yeah. Mr. DK is saying, my parents are Venezuelan immigrants. That's very interesting. Pretty nice, I hope you are doing well. Because the things in Venezuela aren't very good at all, actually. So I hope they are well and you are doing well there. Wherever you are from, Mr. DK. But yeah, very nice. Venezuela is a nice country. It is a shame that, you know, things are bad there. As they are also here in Brazil, and in Argentina, and in Peru, and everywhere in South America. It's complicated. And Simon's asking if I'm a dad. No, I'm not, Simon. I don't have children. And I actually don't plan to, you know, I don't know, I think there's enough people in the world and... I don't really want to... an invisible demonite here! Come on, your last grape! It really was my last grape there. But I don't really want to bother with children, you know. I'm a teacher. And by the way, there was someone there on chat asking what class do I actually teach. I teach Portuguese here in Brazil. It's kind of like, for people on the US, it's like I'm an English teacher, you know. I teach people how to read and write. But I do that in Portuguese because that's our national language here. But as I was saying, because I'm already a teacher, I get to be together with the youth a lot. I teach what would be, I don't know how it's called in other countries, but here in Brazil it's called ensino médio. High school, I think it's high school. You know, the last part of basic education. Oh no, the horseless, headless horsemen's here. Okay, yes, go harass the blue team so we can get out of spawn here. But I teach to high schoolers. So I get to be a lot of close to a lot of teenagers, and I think that's enough interaction with teenagers and children for me, you know, to be on school. I actually appreciate, you know, my work a lot. I really enjoy what I do, and it is a lot of fun, you know, to teach to a younger crowd and to people like that. It is fun, you know, the questions you get on class are top notch, are excellent. I really enjoy my students, but I don't think I would like to be a dad, you know. I don't want children of my own. It's good to be able to get out of school and get back home and know that you don't have to deal with children, you know. I hope that doesn't sound offensive to any children watching, because I really don't mean it. I appreciate you, but I want to have some alone time, and I imagine if I were a parent, I would not have that alone time for myself. So that's what I mean to say. Hey, hello there, Angelo. Nice. Hobby Snipe is saying, I'm 18 and I look 25-year-olds with beard and all. Ah, that's interesting. I remember when I was 24 and I asked my students how old they thought I was. And they started with 30 and I said, no, I'm not 30 because I was 25 at the time. And it only went up from there, you know, so they're 30, no. 40, no. 50? And there I started to get a bit upset. Because I was 25 years and people were asking me if I were 50 years old, and that's not a good look, you know. So yeah, I think I look older than I actually am. I'm 31 by the way. So yeah. And Javi's saying, I'd love to know Portuguese. Can you be my teacher? Ah, of course, Javi. Mr. Dispenser was actually learning a bit of Portuguese through Duolingo. So perhaps you could do the same and, you know, ask some things here on stream. If you have any doubts, it would be fun, it would be nice, for sure. I learned a bit of Spanish when I was on college. So I think I had 2 years of Spanish, and I forgot a lot of it, but I can understand some things when people speak Spanish, and mostly I can read Spanish reasonably well, I imagine. But I used to know how to talk and I kind of forgot it, you know. I can really only say basic stuff nowadays in Spanish. So yeah. And Simon is saying, teacher makes sense for your character. Ah, thanks a lot, Simon. By the way, I'll be a teacher too, studying for it right now. Ah, that's very interesting, nice. What discipline are you studying? You are going to teach what? Have you decided yet? How's it going like that? Because here in Brazil, we make that decision on college. So for example, I studied, we call here letras, but that's, you know, like a languages college, to be a Portuguese teacher or something like that. So what's your field of studies? That's what I'd like to know. And pretty nice, you know, to know I have a colleague teacher here, a soon-to-be teacher. That's very nice. Makes me glad. Okay, I'm going to save the spell here for when they start really pushing it. Oh no, 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 I don't want to have to deal with that heavy. Already have 2 monoculus there. Okay, got the medic. Ah, there's a sniper here. I Stormfish. Okay, and I got a Crumpkin. Ah, there's a monoculus. I really like this map, it's so much fun. So frenetic. Is that the correct word? I'm not sure, but I think it is. I'll check chat in just a sec, fellas. Oh my god, I'm gonna die here. No! Okay. There's this lone heavy here, and I'm dead. Yeah. But it's okay, I think I still have that spell. I'm gonna save it for later. So yeah. And Hov is asking if my students know that I do YouTube videos and stream. Some students know. And it's quite interesting because when they find out that I have a YouTube channel, usually their reaction is like, how there can be a teacher that enjoys video games and that likes to stream and has a YouTube channel, you know. For them, at least here in Brazil, it is kind of mind-blowing. Because they usually think that teachers are boring and don't have personal interests and stuff like that. Or that we only enjoy things from our academic field, you know. And that's really not the case, as it is with any profession. Okay, let's try to retreat here. I think I still have that spell, I imagine. I think I do. Yeah, I think I still have it. So I'm saving it for later. So they are kind of surprised when they find out I have a YouTube channel. Let's use that spell now. They're almost capping the point. And the medic was taunting there. Bad time for a taunt, Mr. Medic. Should have done that. Okay. You see, I was able to help defend the point here. So they would not cap. At least for a little while. They can cap now. And I imagine they will be able to. But let's try it. Let's see. What else are you saying there? Let me see. Migatuga is saying that I'm 14 with a body of 19 and a face of 11-year-old. That's crazy, Migatuga. That's very crazy. Kinda weird, actually. But you know, that time, that age, 14, I remember I also, you know, had a mix of looks when I was your age. It's normal, you know. And Simon is saying he'll be teaching sports and math. Maybe I'll switch though. Sports must be very interesting, you know. I'm not really a sports guy, but my sports teachers were very important for me when I was growing up. I had a swimming class teacher that really taught me a lot of important stuff, you know, about study and about, you know, doing your best and stuff like that. He was a very important person when I was growing up. So that's very nice, you know. And math's pretty cool. I'm not really good at math, but I enjoy it. I like to you know, pretend I'm a game developer from time to time, and I, you know, play around with game engines and programming languages and stuff like that. So I usually have to go after learning a bit about of math expressions for game development, and I find that fascinating. So I think you got a pretty interesting area decided there. That's very nice, pretty cool. I wish you success, my friend, my soon-to-be colleague, my soon-to-be friend teacher. I wish you a lot of success, Simon. And you are from Austria, aren't you? I imagine the education system there in Austria is actually pretty nice. I don't know a lot of about it, but usually European countries have a good education system from what I've heard, you know. Here in Brazil it's kind of hard because you either have to work on a private school to have access to good resources and to a reasonable pay, or if you work on the public, you know, school system here in Brazil, you often don't have really a lot of access to educational resources. You know, there are schools here in Brazil, public schools here, that don't even have a working bathroom, you know, for you to be able to gauge that difference. So I think you have a good time teaching there in your country. I hope so. So yeah. What else are you saying there? Charlie Fish saying Siriamon is going to be teaching us how to spawn camp. That's very important to learn on TF2. You have to spawn camp so you don't get spawn camped. On some maps that's very important. But yeah, it's actually a bummer whenever a team is spawn camping, that's true. Hobby's going now. Bye bye, Hobby. It was a pleasure having you here. Pass by more often. I really appreciate when you come watch my streams. It's very nice. Have a wonderful day, you too. Nice. And Khaled is saying, I hope you reach 5,000 subs. Thanks a lot, Khaled. I think we'll get there eventually. It only takes a couple of months and some work, you know. growing on YouTube is a matter of keeping at it. I have another channel for my Brazilian subscribers. That's Oh Yeah Games, by the way, is the name of that channel, in which I post content in Portuguese for Brazilian viewers. And, you know, I have the channel for almost 10 years now, and really what has kept the channel going is consistency, you know, upload every week, try your best making your videos, have fun, and you get there. I think for this channel it is a matter of time, we'll get there. But thank you very much, Khaled. And Simon is asking if I ever made a small game. I have, Simon. If you look for it... Let me see if I can look for it so you can check it out. It is a very small game. Let me check where it is. It is online for you fellas to play, and I've showed it once on stream here. It is a Pico 8 game, which is kind of a fantasy console. You know, a pretend console, something like that. Let's see if I can find it here, where it is, and I'll paste it on chat so you can check. Yes, it is Bug Smash. Let me paste it on chat so you fellas can check it out if you want. It's that link, you can go to a website to play it. It is the only game I've ever finished and published like that, because usually what happens is I start developing and then I stop for whatever reason. I lose interest and I abandon the project and I start something else in a couple of months. You know, that's usually how it goes. But that one I was able to finish, and it was a lot of fun, you know, making a full game from start to finish, even if it is a very simple one. I really enjoyed that. Pong Grenades asking how to join the server. Pong, you can see on screen an IP address. Where is it? You see up there on the top. You see that IP address, the Miami server. It is also on the stream description. And then all you have to do is come here on Find a Game, Community Servers, Favorites, add the server, and then you type in that IP here, and then you can connect through the community server browser. That's all you have to do. So yeah. And Simon is saying he's from Austria. It's a lot like Germany. Yeah, I think... No, I think Mr. Dispenser is from Germany, actually. I don't think he's from Austria. But you speak German there, right? And if it is like other European countries, your school system is probably pretty nice, I imagine. So it will be nice for you to work there. You know, I'm happy to know I have a future to be teacher here with us on chat. That's very nice. And Mr. DK is saying about maps that require spawn camping. You're mainly talking about Harvest, right? I actually was thinking more about Dust Bowl or about Gold Rush. I think those two are more, you know, spawn camping driven. Especially Gold Rush, which is the payload one. That first sector on Gold Rush is very easy to spawn camp. Usually one team rolls the other on that sector. It doesn't make for very balanced matches. At least not in my experience playing with it. Oh my god, there's a ghost here. Let's run away. Hey, Curly Patty's here. Nice to have you here, Curly Patty. Yeah, Curly Patty's from Poland. A lot of Europeans here on chat. That's very nice. I appreciate the old continent. As people say it, the old world, full of history and culture. It is very nice. Glad to have you here, Curly Patty. Always a pleasure when you show up here on stream. That's very nice. And Moose Guy as well. It's been a while since I've played in a stream. High school's been a fun challenge. High school is a lot of work. I remember when I was a high schooler, and I can really relate, you know, to high schoolers because I'm still a teacher. I know sometimes they have a hard time. It's not easy at all. Glad to have you here, Moose Guy. Very nice. The best thing about this channel is the amount of friends I made, you know. I really appreciate all of you. How did the pumpkin bomb explode if it was still in the frame? Did you see? There was a pumpkin bomb there on frame. And I have a gargoyle to catch there. Okay, I'll try to get there. But how did that work? I'm puzzled by that explosion there. So yeah. And Pon managed to connect, Pon. I think you did, I think you are here. Pon Veil, I think it's you, if I'm not mistaken. Nice. That's how you join community servers. You have to have the IP, and then you type in the IP on the community server browser. You know. That's kind of a lost skill, actually, because most players nowadays play on casual. So I see a lot of people who don't know how to play on community servers anymore. And I think it makes sense considering how casual has really dominated the scene for TF2 matches. But it makes me a bit sad. Back in the day, community servers were the prime way to play TF2, you know. Real TF2 was found at community servers back in the day. And especially here in Brazil, we didn't have Valve servers for a lot of time. You know, Valve servers only arrived here in Brazil in 2015, if I'm remembering correctly. So up until then, all we had were community servers. You know, if it weren't for community servers, okay, want a melee fight? Let's do this. If it weren't for community servers, I don't know what I'm doing here, but okay. We would not be able to play TF2 at all here in South America. So that's why I'm always for community servers. You know, I really talk about how important they are for the community ecosystem. So yeah. Tumbosui saying, it all started with quick play. Yes, it did. But even quick play, you know, it wasn't very intrusive. And it didn't actually exclude community servers, because if you wanted, you could get your community server on quick play. That was something you could do. All you had to do was... I don't know, I destroyed that sentry with my melee weapon, but okay. All you had to do to have your community server on the quick play system was to make it a completely vanilla TF2 server, you know, with no changes to the console variables and with no mods. If you had that, you could apply, and when people looked for a match on quick play, they could be matched on your community server. That's something we really can't do with casual anymore. But considering how casual is bot infested, I actually think that's a good thing, you know, that you can't find community servers. Come on, that was too strong. I think it's good that you can't find community servers through the casual system, you know. Makes it so community servers don't suffer a lot with bots. I think that casual matchmaking was a mistake, really. It was better the way it was before. And that's something I realized, you know, many years after casual got released. When it got released, I was actually all for it. I thought it was an improvement. It was bringing the game to a more modern era, you know. But nowadays, I think casual was a mistake. We should have stayed with quick play. So yeah. What else are you saying there? Musguy, and let me see if I missed any messages here. And Simon was saying that Austrian education is free, by the way. That's very important. You know, here in Brazil we also have free education, but usually the best schools are private. You know, public education here in Brazil is kind of lacking, but it exists. You know, our education is free as well, but the free one isn't that good. So that's kind of sad. I wish we could get a better public system here in Brazil. So yeah. Musguy is asking if I changed my username to be Halloween themed. I haven't, Musguy. That would be nice, you know, it would be neat. But I don't know. I like to keep my name simple, you know, and never change it. I think it is less work like that. I'm kinda lazy, actually. And Mr. DK is saying, well, now because of the bots, community servers are the supreme way to play TF2. Yeah, how the tables have changed again, you see? That's very interesting indeed. You know, community servers aren't impervious to bots, But because there isn't an automated system to put people on servers, regarding community servers, I think it makes them a lot less prone to being attacked by bots. You know, the problem with casual is how automated it is, in my opinion. You know, that really makes it easy for bots to connect to matches. So yeah. Hey, Mr. Dispenser, I'm way too late. We were talking about you, Mr. Dispenser. You're never late, my friend, but we were talking about you. Simon is here. I don't know if he's still here on chat. We're talking about Europe and Austria and Germany and those countries, and I was mentioning you. Glad to have you here, my friend. Very nice. Fellas want to make a broadcast for the gun group. That would be nice, Curly Patty. It would be interesting to have an interest like that. To have an interesting broadcast like that. Words are hard. Very hard. What else are you saying there? I just died and lost the game, but it's okay. I'm chatting with you fellas. Khaled is saying, hey Professor, I'm going to leave, but I just want to say I hope you have a great day. You too, Khaled. Have an excellent day. I really appreciate you passing by to watch stream. Bye bye. Nice. And Simon is saying, I played Bug Smash, Simon. It's cute, but have you ever tried out Unity or Game Maker Studio? Really increases the scope of a game you can easily make. I have, Simon. I actually started game developing with, you know, I think it was Game Maker 7. A really old version of Game Maker. It was the first game dev tool I've ever used. I played a bit with Unity, but I thought it was very complicated. And currently I'm developing a first-person shooter on the Godot game engine. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but I really enjoy it because it is completely free, open source, and no strings attached. So if you make a game on it and it becomes a popular game and you start profiting from it, you don't have to pay anyone because the engine is free. Unlike Unity, in which I think they have some sort of licensing fee or something like that. So I'm learning how to use the Godot game engine. It is a very competent engine, you know. I think Unity is more flexible overall, but the Godot game engine is getting better with every update it gets. And it's updated quite frequently, actually. It is a pretty nice engine. Got him. Okay, they didn't manage to get that other one. Nice. Nice, Capitão Zeca. Pretty nice. Let's do a froggy here. Before stream ends, I'll show you a sneak peek of the game I'm developing. It is, I think, the third or fourth time I've started developing a first-person shooter, and I always abandon it. But this time I'll try to stick to it and see if I can finish some product. It would be nice. So yeah. You're saying Unity is free unless you make like $1 million a year with it. Yeah. But I think it is better, you know, if something is free, regardless of how much you make with the game you developed. So that's why I like the Godot game engine. Plus it runs on Linux. I don't know if you are aware, perhaps you are already if you watch some of my videos. But my computer runs on a version of Ubuntu, that's a Linux distribution. And I think there is a version of Unity for Linux, but it isn't as featureful as the Windows version, or there is some caveat to it, I think. But the Godot game engine has a native Linux version that's just as good as the Windows version, so I tend to prefer to use it. So yeah. And most guys saying there, whoa, Mr. Dispenser, old school in serial mode on stream. Is this a crossover episode? And we also have Curly Patty here, and Hoving Sniper is also here, and Trolleyfish also has a very nice YouTube channel for TF2 memes and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. I really like interacting, you know, with other YouTube friends. It's fun. And I always try to talk about other channels in a positive light whenever I get the chance, you know. I think it's always worth it to spread the word about other creators. I actually am very thankful for Simon here, for Siriamon here, who's here on chat, because he actually kind of kick-started the growth of my channel. I think let's hit Merasmus here. I think I didn't even have 100 subscribers yet when he shared one of my videos on one of his videos on his channel. It was a series, I don't know if you do that series anymore, Simon, but you were checking creators on YouTube and stuff like that. It was very nice. So thank you very much for that. It really helped me, you know, get some traction here on YouTube. I really appreciate that a lot. Where is this wizard, Merasmus? Where are you, Merasmus? That was a very bad soldier impression. I'm sorry for that, fellas. So yeah. I'll check chat in just a sec. Just let me see if I can get Merasmus here. And I think I'll disconnect soon because I usually stream for 1 hour, for those of you unaware. And we are almost there and Merasmus never dies. I think this match here will last for what? 4 hours fighting against Merasmus. This is the worst Halloween map to do contracts on, in my opinion, because it never ends. On community servers like this, it's actually a lot of fun to play against Merasmus. But on casual matchmaking, it's pure suffering, if you ask me. That's what I think, at least. Okay, let's get here. I think it's Trolleyfish, the sniper. Who is the sniper? Let's see. Ah, your last grape, okay. So yeah. What else are we saying there, fellas? Let me see if I missed any messages. Let's see. Tombosun is saying, yes, I was admin on a modded server for cool game mode, so quick play hit us kinda hard. It's not like we were Lotus Clan and those garbage server groups. Yeah, I know that my servers, Tombosun, would not show up on quick play because we have source mods enabled. You know, we have this admin menu here. I think you can see there on screen. There, you see that menu? And that alone would make us unavailable for quick play, you know, we would not be able to request to participate. So yeah, that's kind of bummer, but I think it's actually better to be separated from Valve servers, you know. I think it's better. Whenever there's a problem with Valve servers like the bots, community servers kinda go unscathed. So yeah. Hey Praise Your Dancer, hello there, glad to have you here. Very nice. Yeah, and Mr. Dispenser and Curly Patty were talking about the podcast. I started watching it, Mr. Dispenser, and I intend to finish it later. You know, 1 hour is a lot of time. I know it's kinda standard fare for podcasts to be longer, and that's kinda nice because that's a very nice loadout. I really like it. The pajama heavy with the pumpkin face, very nice, pretty good. But you know, 1 hour I think is a lot. And I think the podcast actually is 1.5 hours, something like that you made. So I'll go through it slowly. But if I could, you know, recommend something is to keep it under 1 hour. I think that would make for a more consumable experience, you know, for most people. Perhaps keep it between 30 minutes and 1 hour, you know, like that sweet spot. I think that would be a nice time for a podcast, a nice duration. That's what I mean. So yeah. Super Nitro is asking, God, how is your aim so smooth? It isn't at all. But thank you very much, Super Nitro. And Nick Gamer is asking, how are you so underrated? You're so good. Oh, thank you very much, Nick Gamer. I'm actually rubbish, but I really appreciate you enjoying me. About the aim, it's because I have VSync turned off system-wide. If I shake my aim here, you can see the screen tears. You see, there's a lot of screen tearing here. And what that does, you know, it's ugly, for one, but it reduces the latency, the input latency I have. So I can really snap, you know, my aim if I want to. So I don't know if you can do that on Windows, but on Linux you can disable VSync system-wide. So nothing in your operating system uses VSync. And at least for games like this, that's what I like to do. I have it set up for that. So yeah. So yeah, that's it. And what else are we saying? I think I'll go one more live before finishing up here. Let's see if we can kill Merasmus, and then I'll finish stream up. And show the game sneak peek to Simon, because he's asking there. So yeah. I'm Bomb Abuser asking a question there in Portuguese. Hello there, Bomb Abuser. He's asking me, what do you think about Uncletopia servers killing your servers, basically? That's a very snarky question, Bomb Abuser. For those unaware, Uncletopia, the Uncle Dane servers, recently arrived in Brazil. And up until now, my servers were basically the main place, you know, for people who like a more competitive play but don't want to play on competitive leagues for TF2. My servers were basically the, you know, most popular place to play TF2 on community servers here in Brazil. At least as far as I know. But ever since Uncletopia arrived in Brazil, Uncle Dane launched Brazilian servers, my servers have become a lot more, you know, empty and less frequented. And I was actually, Bomb Abuser, relieved by that, you know. I was very happy that people really enjoyed my servers and everything like that, but it kinda worried me to have a community so dependent on a single server provider, you know. It actually worried me to know that, because what if I suddenly can't provide the servers, you know, for whatever reason. So when Uncle Dane announced he would release servers here in Brazil, I was actually very happy, and it makes me glad to know there's another good community server provider here in our region. So I'm happy, actually. I know it may seem kinda weird to answer that, especially considering how you framed your question. But I'm actually happy for that, you know. I think having Uncletopia here in Brazil is a good thing. And we really needed that. So it's nice. So yeah, fellas, we are already clocking at 1 hour, close to 1 hour on stream, so I'll finish it up here. It was very nice playing with you fellas, I really appreciate it. Let's show the game before I finish everything here. So, by the way, fellas who are still on the server can keep playing there. It is a persistent server, so it keeps running 24/7. And by the way, Simon, I heard you have a server now. I'll try to play on it sometime, because it seems like a very fun place to be. Pretty excited about that, actually, when I saw the news on your community tab. Very nice. So let me open here my game engine, the Godot game engine, so you fellas can see the game I'm developing. Here. It isn't really a first-person shooter. Let me close this here, because I want to make a Shadow Tower clone. For those of you unaware, Shadow Tower is a first-person dungeon crawler from the PS1 era. You know, I think it is from 1998. And it is a game from Software, the same fellas who made Dark Souls later. And I'm playing it and I'm having a blast with that game. And I really wanted to make something similar. So I started working on it, and I have for now I have a prototype with the movement system enabled. So you can look around and move, and you can run. You can also, I'm actually walking here, but you can walk slower, and I'm going to create a stealth system for that. And you can also crouch. And when you crouch, you walk really slow, and that's intended because I don't want people to be crouching that often. And I want people to actually feel threatened when they are crouching and walking through the ducts like that. And my game has slopes, as you can see here. You can go up and down slopes, and it has gravity and a jump mechanic, a very simple one. And that's it. It was actually quite a bit of work to get everything set up like this. I don't have a lot of lines of code yet. What I have here, let me see. 2 scripts I have to control the player interactions. This one, that is the main script with all the physics and stuff like that, has 260 something lines. And the other one, that's for the player to control input and stuff like that, has 70 lines or something like that. So it isn't a lot of code, but I'm getting there. The next thing I'll work on for this project is on making a 3D level, because before I proceed programming the attacks and enemy behaviors and stuff like that, I want to create a good workflow for me to create levels in 3D, because I'm very inexperienced in that. I know the Godot game engine has a grid map feature, but I actually wanted to have, you know, modeled levels on Blender. So I think I'll give that a try. And after I manage to make a complete level, or at least somewhat a scenery, but I don't know, something like that. I think you understand me. After I do that, I'll proceed programming these games and then make enemies attack and stuff like that. So that's the idea here. And by the way, Simon, this is the Godot game engine. You know, I really recommend it. I played it a bit with Unity, but the Godot game engine for me was more intuitive. So give it a try. Perhaps you enjoyed it. You enjoy it as well. So that's it, fellas. I'll be finishing stream right now. So thank you very much, everyone who passed by to play, to chat. It was a lot of fun. I really appreciate all of you. Let's see what you're saying there. Pon saying pajama heavy power. Yeah, very nice. The pajama on the heavy. I really appreciate that loadout. Mr. Dispenser saying, I love to hear your opinion on everything. It's so nice to listen. Thanks a lot, Mr. Dispenser. Whenever you need some help deciding stuff or anything like that, let me know. I have a lot of pleasure to help you, for sure. So I really like that. So yeah, Super Nitro asking if Godot is similar to Unity. It is. It has some similar aspects to it, but it is very different because you do everything in Godot with nodes. You kind of have to rewire how you think game development to work like that, but it is a lot more efficient, I think, at least. So really recommend you check it out. Check out Godot game engine, it is very nice. So yeah, bye bye everyone, hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Bye bye Simon, Tumbosun, Nick Gamer, Super Nitro, Trollfish, Migatuga, Ellison. Hello Ellison, I missed the stream. Oh, no problem Ellison. It was a good one. Feel free to enjoy the archive later so you know what happened, Ellison. But it's nice having you here, even if for just some moments. So bye bye fellas, see you next time, and let's hope Screen Fortress releases this week. That would be neat. I would really appreciate that. So bye everyone, love all of you. Bye bye fellas.